speed run. Here we go. My name is Post-Production Torin, and I'm here to tell you that this is the third episode of the setup for our podcast where we planned the campaign for Campaign 1. We love you very much, and you should go listen to the other two if you haven't already, and tell your friends. Thank you. We love you. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Now, whose turn is it? Cass. Yes.
I drew the Ace of Summer.
Ace of Summer. Ooh.
No number cards yet.
Ace of Summer. A contingent within the community demands to be heard. Who are they? What are they asking for? A contingent within the community have acted on their own frustrations. What have they damaged and why did they damage it? Is it permanent?
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh man. Okay.
That's a big one.
Damn. Okay. I think the Adventurers Guild is temporarily appeased because of the mayor's like feign of support towards them. Like, we'll set out a search party and look for her. Detective Conan Gaspacho hasn't been able to release his findings yet, because he can't find any way to book the mayor.
Right.
And I think there's a contingent of people that are like demanding that we cut off trade from the Abyss because they think that they're still hostile and they're trying to like kill people, just like our poor Calarius Adarius that was murdered.
Hilarious.
Okay. So basically a contingent of people have been rallying against the abyssal friends that have come out of that portal. Oh no, how sad. What are they asking for? Did we answer that already? Did you answer that?
They're asking for trade to get cut off.
Oh, okay. Least. Okay.
And for the ambassador to go the fuck home.
Got it.
They're not a violent group. They're mainly just people who are scared.
Right. Projects go down. The investigation into Craggy Cave City. It's done.
After a week, when the search party is scheduled to come back, right before dusk again, they do, and they come back with the girl, but they're all very beaten and very bloody. Armor's missing, sword's gone, and they come out with more than just themselves and the girl. They come out with a whole other person. A drow comes out leading the party, who explains that the crag is home to a whole other civilization of people, and that they don't appreciate being stolen from or having their possessions pilfered.
So we've discovered a new community.
The beating the guard received was a warning.
All right. Cass, I still believe it's your turn. Get to take an action. There's one more week on the guards there.
I think I want to start a project sending ambassadors from our community to talk with the underground community.
Okay.
Just to see like whether or not an arrangement can be made so that conflict like this doesn't happen again.
Listen, that is how I've done ambassadors, and it's how I will do ambassadors. I drew another boat on land.
I didn't notice. Wait.
2, 1, 1, 2. What's up?
I think because there's already contempt between them, I'd say this will take a little bit longer. I say 3 weeks.
Okay.
Our ambassadors are just people with a boat this time. Like they're carrying the boat down.
Here, a gift. A boat. We made you a boat. Please like us again.
You can't sail vertically.
Avid, I think it's your turn.
Okay, hold on. Let me draw this card.
9 of Summer.
Ooh. A project fails. Which one and why? Something goes foul, and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
This is a bad card.
Yeah, no, this is a bad card, Avid.
I'm sorry, Cass. I'm gonna That boat is not doing well on land.
No.
Boat scarcity.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. How does it fail?
How does it fail and why?
As the ambassadors are approaching, they go into the cave and they're like, "Yay, let's talk." And they're like, "We didn't invite you. Stop bothering us." And
That's fair.
they leave.
So the underground civilization down there is not too keen on us, and the ambassadors failed to connect with them. Damn. All right. Now our only project ticks down. We officially have a watch. The official city watch, kind of police task force, has a training regiment. They are completely ready to hire those good protectors of the city. I think that, yeah, they just start to like, now we have laws and we also enforce them with our good guard force. They are the Super City Guard Force. That's their name.
I'm writing that down.
SCGF.
Skugf. Skugf.
Sickagoof.
Skugf.
Sickagoof. Okay. It is time to take your action.
Okay. I'm kind of playing this mayor guy that's been totally got caught in this murder.
But that information hasn't been released to the public
Yeah.
yet.
Only Gazpacho knows.
I think he is going to take, I don't know what this would be. I want him to do a speech to kind of rally the people onto his side.
Oh.
Kind of being like, look, I know you guys like these adventuring guys, it's how we used to do things, but every single time we have gone out to do adventuring, something bad happens. Our original town got destroyed. Kool-Aid Man was murdered. We failed with the cave. People get hurt. It's not great. This is causing more trouble than it's worth.
Okay. What action are you
What would that be?
You could make it a discussion, and it's like it opens with the mayor being like, "Hey, this is my cause. We're cool, right?" And then, we all weigh in as different members of the community, or it could be a project. It's like his sort of political campaign and how much favor he gains.
Yeah, I think I want it to be that. Like a kind of like his project is trying to get everyone on the same page, which is adventuring hurts people.
So kind of a smear campaign for adventurers while making himself look like the kind of righteous.
Like his tagline is like, we need to stay safe by supporting each other. Like he's like his angle is that he's trying to make himself seem like he's trying to protect the entire town.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think that'll take?
Like to start campaigning, maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay, that's that. Okay, I think now it's my turn.
10 of summer.
You discover a cache of supplies or resources. Add a new abundance, or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate that scarcity. Can you read me the scarcities again?
Yes. The abundances we have are fish and now connection, since we have this little trifecta of trade.
Yeah.
And our scarcities are iron, morale, and protection.
Oh, with the guard, do you think we can remove protection?
Yeah, I think with the guard we can safely say we have enough protection.
Yeah, okay. Morale is a good scarcity to work on. I think that there is another person that steps up to run against the mayor to try and alleviate morale being low.
Ooh.
Someone else begins to run against the mayor. I'm gonna say they're rushing to get their campaign together. They wanna match it. So I'm gonna say it's 1 week, and I think this younger candidate that's like got a little bit of a following and wants to like boost morale of the city is going to start campaigning too. So that's my project.
What's their like political angle? Like, how do they oppose the mayor?
I guess we'll see when the timer runs down, huh?
Ooh.
Okay. Projects tick. So not mine that I made this time, but this one does. And then you get to take an action. God. Okay, I think there's going to be some more rebuilding efforts to just rebuild the town in a general sense, because we need to rebuild more of it so that we have a place to live. I'm going to say that takes 6 weeks again. Okay, that's my turn.
Abby, you've got the 6th of summer.
Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Outsiders arrive in the area. How many? How are they greeted?
I'll do the second one.
Okay.
A group of travelers, not from either of our 2 neighboring locations, arrive. I think like a group of 5 or so. They're greeted warmly for the most part, although they seem a little too adventurous, so I have a feeling our townspeople are a little weary. I picture more of like the like researcher that just travels around a lot type of adventurous, not because I realize I've been saying adventurers. But yeah, they're greeted warmly, but also like with a lot of caution, because these folks might be adventurers. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay. Projects. Rebuilding is down to 5. Both campaigns are done.
So I guess this is like an election.
Yeah. Aphid, what comes of your thing?
How do we want to do this? Like, do you want me to make my campaign, then you make your campaign?
Yes.
Okay.
I think then we could lead it to a discussion of like between maybe all of us or just you 2 of like who do you think is elected? Yeah. This is interesting.
I think it would be fun if like all of us did discussion as townspeople.
Yeah. We could do that
Yeah,
afterwards.
you can play a little loosely. Yeah.
Mr. Marisburg. I named him. His name is Marisburg. Mayor Marisburg.
Marisburg.
He makes his campaign about how he wants to keep our city safe. Safety is our number 1 priority, and so is community throughout the people. And things that he promises to do is to add more protection around the city by, I hate saying, building a wall around the city to keep predators and things that could potentially harm us out, like as a wall of protection. He promises to establish a detective agency to make sure that if people need to go missing or things like that happen again, they have first responders out there finding people. And he promises to make the well-being of the city a lot better as a group and a community.
Okay. This young candidate who has gone unnamed and just has been silently building a campaign behind the scenes comes out with their campaign and reveals their name to be none other than Conan Gaspacho.
Fuck yeah.
running for elected office. And he begins with making his campaign all about the future of the city, not the now, but where the city is going. He thinks that it is headed towards a dangerous path with or without adventurers. He thinks it is very dangerous to leave it in the hands of Mayersburg, and he finally reveals his findings in a simultaneous rallying of hope and projection for the future and slander campaign for Mayersburg, trying to convince the public his findings in the paper trail that led him to the killer of Cularius Adarius.
Fucking hilarious.
You have no proof.
I have plenty of proof. This
Oh.
whole city will know.
This is slander.
It's only slander if it's lies.
It is lies. He twiddles his mustache.
A reporter is in the back, frantically looking back and forth.
I've done nothing but protect this city. You are trying to tear us down from the inside. I can't believe you would betray me like this. You were supposed to be my head detective.
But what about the economy?
Shut up.
Okay, to resolve this, I think we should hold a discussion as the community. We did our little funny bit.
Yeah.
I think we should do our little talk as the community. Let's go around in a circle, I think.
Should we just do us
Let's-
three, or should we do all of us?
Yeah, actually...
Because you two are sort of acting as the two candidates.
I guess so, yeah. I was just going to be kind of impartial. If you want to do just you three and talk about it for a second, we don't have to go around in a circle like a normal discussion, but if you just want to, like, talk about it.
I don't know if this sways you, but Mayersburg does look like suspiciously like Colonel Sanders.
It makes it easier. He's so hot!
He's very pretty.
Terrible.
Bad.
Okay,
Have you seen
what's up?
dating
What's
sim?
happening?
It's so much fun.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The Mayersburg is a fucking murderer. There's no doubt about it. That he killed a man.
Everything Conan said seems to be pointing towards that. And while I do agree with this message that, safety should be our number one priority right now because we are kind of undefended. We have one front that's completely open to somebody who's been openly aggressive to us and forest in every other direction. I don't want to live in a city who's headed by a murderer.
Great talk.
Wait, hold on.
It was your turn!
I didn't know what to say, so I made a joke.
Offer up an opposition. Offer an opposition.
I mean, they've already covered all the points, so I don't know how to oppose that.
I mean, someone could bring up, but Conan hasn't brought up, like, he's run this smear campaign, but has he promised anything to the community? He talks about the future, but has he promised anything to ensure our future? At least under Mayersburg, we can have some level of security.
But what does security mean if he's a fucking murderer?
Think about it this way. We haven't been shown any evidence other than he just kind of showed up, said you murdered somebody, and then they started bickering.
But regardless, that sounds like an accusation that we should take seriously.
I'd like to see some solid proof.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Well, I'm here to tell you that KB Barry is here to say that you are worth it. We love you. You're a firework, or whatever. Oh, welcome to the Mineral. My name is Torin. If you didn't know that already, why are you here? Thank you for listening to our podcast, is the first thing I'll say to you, my listeners, that I love very much. We are halfway, I think, around through our setup episodes, and we are having a lot of fun getting into the actual game, and I hope you will too. We're very excited to get to it. But first, I gotta thank more people besides you, though thank you again for listening. We love you. Thank you to Avery Alder for the Quiet Year game. We have talked about Avery Alder before. We're going to continue talking about Avery Alder until we finish the setup episodes and beyond, because Avery Alder is a very cool person and game maker. What do you call that? Game forger? We need a name for that. Game creator, TTRPG author? I don't know. I guess author, kind of. Whatever. Anyways, besides getting sidetracked, we had a hoot, holler, and lump, another H word that I don't know, when playing this game, and you should go and buy this game for your friends and you to play as well, because it's just really interesting and cool and fun. You can go and do that at buriedwithoutceremony.com. That's buriedwithoutceremony, all one word.com. And by this game, can I say, it's pretty poggers. And I don't use that word lightly. Next, if you are a fan of TTRPG media, you're gonna love Schneiders Return. Schneiders Return is a tabletop RPG podcast that does interviews and real play and a lot of great stuff. And you don't have to hear it from me; you can hear it from them in this really, like, I'm warping them in here. I'm gonna patch them in through the warp call. What? I'm gonna patch them in through the warp call. And then here's where you put the thing. Just so Cass, like you put it right here. Okay, cool.
Schneiders Return is a tabletop role-playing game interviews and actual play podcast. We interview content creators, Twitch streamers, and fellow podcasters, and we put out our own actual play using a variety of different systems. So come and join us, come and have a listen. You can find us on Twitter at Return Schneiders. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or check out our website at www.schneidersreturn.squarespace.com.
Next, I'm gonna think. I just punched. Bam. Next, I'm gonna thank Cass for a few different things. First, Cass does the music for the intro, outro, and the little buffering things between the actual show and the mid-roll. So I just want to thank them for how amazing their work is, and continue to push their SoundCloud at podcasts. On SoundCloud, it's great. All of the music there is great. And there will be more music coming for your ears. Do not guard them. They are friendly like Santa. They'll bring you gifts of music and joy. And also thank Cass for taking over the editing of the show while I am extremely busy at home between semesters of school. So just a wonderful around person. I'm just going to thank Cass for Cass, because I enjoy them. I'm a Cass enjoyer. Which leads me into our last announcement. We are going to be trying to put the rest of the setup episodes out every 1 week. So once a week, we're hoping to release setup episodes. We don't know quite yet. If the schedule allows us to, we will be back on the 12th of January to push you guys a new episode and get you closer to actually enjoying our content for real. I mean, this is our content, but the campaign, it's gonna be great. If that doesn't work out, we will be back on the 19th regardless. So you can follow our Twitter at chaos_casters for updates on when the show is coming out, whether or not it's coming out next week. Or you can just watch and wait for your podcast catcher or wherever you listen to it to update, I guess. Just, What am I on tonight? That's all I got for this week. Thank you guys for listening again. We appreciate it. This will be up, everywhere. So if you guys could tell a friend, just tell one friend about our podcast and get them to listen. We will be delighted. Well, I said delighted 5 times. Delighted. I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 5. Anyway, point is, thank you. Go forth, tell a friend, and incite chaos. Now get back to the episode, you scamp. You rascal. Get out of here. The world's your oyster.
How do we want to resolve this, guys?
Should we, in D&D fashion, roll for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got 2 D20s right here. I will roll for each of them, and we will see who wins this election.
Okay.
I'll roll for Mayersburg first.
I'm scared as if this is like an actual election, like real life election.
Mayersburg got a 9.
Come on, Gazpacho. It's gotta roll a 10 or above.
Gazpacho rolled an 18.
Let's go!
All right.
Yo!
So Detective Mayor Gazpacho.
Detective Mayor Gazpacho.
Because I'm a detective first.
I was so happy when I thought about it. And Cass was like, "What's your like campaign model?" And I was like, "Who knows?"
Oh my god.
Mayersburg twiddles his mustache angrily. I'll be back.
Ah.
You sound like you
And he
just.
rides away on a little rocket ship.
Hey, Aphid, no offense, he sounds like he belongs on the Monopoly box.
Yeah, that's what he says. He's not like a fantastic person. He's just kind of a murderer.
He's just kind of a murderer. Does he like full leave?
I mean, I would imagine that they have no jail at this point.
Yeah.
Exile!
So he's like exiled from the community. That would make sense.
He murdered a man. Can't let that stay around.
And I think Gazpacho, while Mayersburg was a murderer, I think that his plan for making adventuring controllable, I think that Gazpacho keeps that. I don't think that Gazpacho's gonna touch on adventuring. He just wants to make sure that justice in his city is served. Gazpacho loves his city. Okay. That was a lot. Whose turn is it again?
It's Avi's turn.
Okay,
Mine?
Avi.
Me? My turn?
Yes, it's your turn. You get to take an action.
These visiting travelers, right? They're going to start a project.
Okay.
They see these beautiful, beautiful rowboys, and they are interested. So they are going to try and work with this lovely, lovely city to advance their Arcano tech a little bit. And I think this takes about 3 weeks.
Okay, that is it for your turn. Zach.
Queen of Summer.
Another face card. I'm digging it.
You'd be great in 21. A project finishes early. Which one and why? Or if there are no project... Oh, that doesn't make any difference. Project finishes early. Which one, why?
2 projects, okay. We have the Arcanotech project, and we have the Renovation Project. I can do something real funky with this. Okay, I'm gonna choose the Renovation Project. So we're 2 weeks into this project, right?
Yeah, at this point.
About 2 weeks in, construction's going normal, everything's great. But on the northern side of town where there's pretty much nothing, in the midst of these renovations, a rift opens, and through that rift, I'd say at least 100 new people come through. And with those people, they bring traveling caravans, movable buildings, an entire new part of this town just spawns. None seem to know why they're here or where they came from. But it looks like they've been traveling for a long time.
We like our extra dimensional rifts in this.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is interesting. It begs the question that I don't know if we'll have an answer to until maybe the campaign begins. But why so many rifts, guys? Why so many? Why are so many extra dimensional rifts forming
There's 2 of
around
them.
this city specifically?
Why, indeed.
Ooh.
I would say the population of the people who come out of the rift are comprised of all monstrous races, like orcs, kobolds, Lokatha, dragonborn, lizard folk, tabaxi, leonin, shit like that.
Incredible.
Yeah, they bring like these traveling homes,
Our city's starting to look like a city.
like
Yeah.
a magic trailer park.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
All right. Counters go down. So it's just the one counter. Goes down to 2. And Zach, it's your turn to take an action.
In the nature of doing big things,
Okay.
a new thing is discovered. When local fishermen go down to the ocean to do some fishing, an explosion is heard from behind the waterfall. And nobody can get up to it because, there's no infrastructure behind the waterfall. But there's this large hole with gleaming red light coming out of it.
In the water itself or in the mountain behind, though?
In the mountain behind it. T.
God damn.
I love doing big shit.
We love doing big shit. No, that's what this is for. I love it. Okay.
That's
me.
me.
Discovery made.
We have 2 rifts, a town, an underground civilization, and some light.
Love it.
Love it.
Cass.
2 of summer.
2 of summer. 2 of summer. Someone new arrives. Who? Why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who and what are they looking for?
Still like 100 new people show up.
Yeah, we just had a lot of people just kind of show up. So I think someone leaves the community. I think that charismatic young girl from before kind of starts to realize that this town doesn't have much left for her. She's grateful for the search party, but like her passion is not being served here because the new mayor isn't doing anything about adventuring, and so I think her next step is to move towards that light in the waterfall.
Ooh.
Yikes. Projects go down. Cass.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start a project. We have endless renewable energy through these electric runes. So I think it's about time we started to work with those and create some sort of technological infrastructure and advancements in the city.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's about time to set up like ways of turning that energy into improvements to daily life and infrastructure for the city.
All right. What do you think? How long do you think that'll take?
If I want to provide, I want to use this to like give more of a city like structure. And our new district kind of did that already. So I think in light of them coming in and having this like cityscape structure, I think it's going to take 6 weeks to like fully like incorporate all this technology to get it output and build the city upwards.
Got it. Okay. So 6 weeks. It's Aphid's turn.
Okay, let me draw a card.
Your card is the 5 of summer.
Wow. A project finishes early. What led to its early completion? Or the weather is nice and people can feel potential all around them. Start a new project.
I'm gonna finish up our project that Cass created because it's so nice.
Wow. So, how does it finish faster? What speeds this process
literally
up?
in a week.
I will tell
Literally
you.
in a week.
You know your little abyss friends? The water tiefling that was kind of accused of the murder but didn't get accused of the murder. A lot of people have been very, like, apologetic towards that tiefling because they're like, dude, we totally just, like, we thought you were dangerous, man. And this tiefling's like, no, I'm glad you guys are cool. You wanted me to bring my family up here? You guys seem nice. And so water tieflings come up here, and with them, they bring big abyss monsters to haul shit around. And I think that hearing this, some of the Triton friends come up too, and they all help this giant city building. And it's great. with the power of friendship and dark magic, the city is built.
Yes, we have our cityscape. Wow, so our entire tri-state area is like coming to help us.
Yeah.
So like it is now genuinely like starting to become a city. The counters tick down. Abby,
Hi.
your researchers, they're done.
They have these researchers have figured out what glitch caused these roboys over here to become sentient and have taken interest. They're not like planning on reversing it, but they're like, you know what, this is cool. You could just build a friend with this, you know? Or if you want kids, but you don't want to go through the process of actually having a kid or adopting, you can build a kid.
Build a
Just-
robotic
like the
child,
movie-
just
like
come
the
on-
movie Robots.
Yeah, just come on down to Build-A-Boy.
This ain't Build-A-Boy. Well, actually, it is infertile. That's no problem. You can just go build a kid. This ain't Build-A-Boy.
I love it.
Actually, it is.
I think they like are trying to experiment with like using this same technology in like different forms, you know?
Mhm. Okay. So they have figured out how to re-engineer the glitch as a way to give sentience to things.
Yes.
So now we are
Yes.
able to give sentience to constructs.
This is so great.
Yes.
Oh,
This is
my
so
God.
great.
That's so awesome. So if you take your action.
I'm going to discover something new. We have this lovely little bottom left corner with nothing in it.
Yeah.
I think that they discover over in this like little woodland area a really great like dryad and satyr settlement. It's like magical and foresty and cool.
Okay. So we make this new discovery of this druidic settlement down here in the bottom left corner.
Yay!
It's my turn. I'd like a card, please.
Okay, but only because you said please. The King of Summer.
Yikes! Summer is fleeting. Discard the top two cards of the top of the deck, and take 2 actions this week. Wow.
Well, there's only one card left.
Okay, so that one goes away. Whew, okay.
So you get to do 2 things.
Ooh, okay. I think in the spirit of togetherness, and knowing that we're growing at an exponential rate now that we have the ability to like build so quickly, we send an envoy down to this druidic settlement to kind of get their, them in on this. We want to have them part of our city in some way, whether that be through trade or through actually being there. So we're gonna send an envoy down. I did draw another boat.
The Return of
As
the
you
Boat.
should.
Return of the boat. I think this one's gonna take 2 weeks.
We don't have horse-drawn carriages. We don't have cars. We have boats with wheels.
We have land boats.
We
Yeah.
have land
It
boats.
makes sense because
we
of
have
the
water
big
boats.
rivers in our city. Why would we not travel by boat?
Our boats are ATVs, all-terrain vehicles.
They're like those boats in Boston that can both drive on the street and then can go in the water and they become like
Duck
speedboats.
boats.
Yeah, those.
Duck boats.
Except they're just like cars. They just look like old Fords, but they have boats on the bottoms.
we can,
They're
we
really
can
cool.
choose a better car than old Fords.
Well, like right now they're old Fords. Time advances technology, Zach.
That's fair.
Maybe in 25 years they'll invent a Volkswagen.
I'm gonna make a discovery.
Ooh.
Okay.
Someone gets concerned for a family member that went off with this charismatic young girl, and they and their family trek down to where they know that they've set up camp. only to find that not only is everyone in the camp gone, so is the red light.